Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This is going to be a banger of a video, one-time thing, simulate everything, and what we're going to do, we're going to create a Super League. Yes, I have turned the Premier League into the Super League by picking the top 20 teams in the UEFA ranking system from the live website right now. And, well, let's just see how it goes on. This should be very interesting. It's going to be the most competitive league in the world, and also we're going to see who becomes number 1, 2, and 3, and what changes are made in each squad. I have gone with Manchester United, and I'm just going to be simming the games. I'm not expecting United to do anything in this, simply because we are technically one of the lower teams in this division. But I want to see how the league plays out. I'm going to skip up and try and sim around about 2 to 3 seasons. Hopefully we can get that all done. Stopping at the halfway mark in January to see how the league is playing out, who's top scorers, any transfers made, etc, etc, etc. Let's just see how it goes. It's going to be very interesting to see. I will now show you the list of the top 20 sides that I have added into the Premier League, and let's just see how it gets on. It'd be very interesting to see the other leagues as well, where I've moved the Premier League's teams from to see how they're getting on in their leagues as well. So this is the UEFA rankings for all club sides within Europe, and as you can see, who you expect them to be, really. Number 1 is Man City. They won the Champions League. Not far behind them then is obviously Real Madrid, who've also won it multiple times as well. As you can see, the points do different from obviously when they won it last, etc, etc. All the way down, so we got the likes of Man City, Real Madrid, Bayern, Liverpool, Roma. I'm quite surprised how high Roma is on the list, but that could be me being very naive. Very impressive to see him up there. I like it. I like it a lot. PSG, Chelsea, Dortmund, Inter, Leverkusen, Barca, Benfica. I was surprised to see them there. I don't know how up to date this is. I was expecting potentially to see like Sporting being there and stuff like that, but they're not there. So I was quite surprised to see Benfica. Very well done by them. Villarreal 13th, joint. Again, got to chuck them in there simply because they do really well in European competitions, especially the Europa League. So they got a high little ceiling, but there. Atletico Madrid, Manchester United. I'm surprised they're that high. We haven't really challenged in the Champions League for a long time. But then again, we're just above Arsenal, which crazy to feel, but it's nowhere near in reality we're that close. Arsenal personally should be up here somewhere, and I'm surprised Chelsea that's high. I really am surprised Chelsea's this high, but there we go. It shows what the Conference League does hold in terms of weight in these in this situation at the moment. We have Porto, Leipzig, Atalanta, or Atalanta, whatever you want to call it. Milan is the last one. Juve just missed out. West Ham missed out. Club Brugge missed out in Belgium. You got the likes of Ajax, Napoli, all missing out. Rangers, Sporting, Fiorentina, Schalke, Tottenham. All these teams just missing out as they're not quite high enough. But that's what we've done. We have created this now. A league from the top 20. So let's get to the game and let's see how it goes. So here we have it. This is the office. This is where we're going to be playing. We've got a couple of games coming up, obviously, in terms of stuff like that. We've got some big Champions League games coming up as well. We're probably going to be playing a lot of our teams. It'd be interesting to see the Champions League, actually, with a lot more different teams in, like clubs like that. Including the Europa League, because we moved a lot of the teams into this league. So in terms of stuff like this, it'd be interesting to see what clubs we actually get in there. Let's have a little look at the Premier League standings. As you can see, we've got all the clubs here. Some of them have changed their names because we don't have the licensing for them in terms of EA and what the licensing have. But there you go, that is it. It's a very competitive league. Who do you think is going to be first, second, or third? Let me know in the comments. Who do you think is going to be top 4, for instance? And who do you think is going to be relegated? It'd be interesting to see. I think the top 4 is probably going to be someone like Man City, Bayern, and Real Madrid. In terms of top 3, maybe 4th would be hard to say. Who's going to get relegated? Probably Manchester United, Roma, Villarreal, people like that. So it'd be really interesting to see, and to see what transfers come of this as well. Another thing that'd be interesting, FA Cup and Carabao Cup going to be very, very competitive with all these teams in it. So it'd be very interesting to know who's going to win them. I think someone like a Leipzig or potentially an Inter or something like that's going to win the FA Cup or something like that. So next step now is obviously I'm not going to sign no one. I'm just going to skip ahead now to January and see how we're getting on within the first season. So here we have it. We're at January. I've simmed every single game, so I don't know what's going on myself. And we're going to have a little look at the league position. And I'm quite surprised to see what I'm seeing. I'm not going to lie. 4th for us, which is pretty impressive. I'll take that. This league is very competitive. And Milano. So that is AC Milan are top of the league. With Liverpool in 2nd, Manchester City 3rd, Manchester United 4th, Arsenal 5th. We go down then to the mid-table side, which is crazy to say. We've got Bayern, Real Madrid, PSG, Leverkusen, Dortmund, and I think that's Inter Milan. Towards the bottom then, we have got some of the struggling sides, which is Atalanta, Porto, Chelsea, Benfica, Villarreal. You could even put Leipzig and Barcelona in that equation. This is crazy for me to see, simply because I don't know. Some of them teams are top of their leagues, doing really well in their leagues, but when you put them all together, seems like a lot of them are struggling. We're going to have a little look now to see if we can see who the players are, top scorers and stuff like that. There we go. Dobvik, I don't know who that is. Top of the league in terms of goals and appearances. Maximum games, 16 goals. We've got Lewandowski. We've got Vinicius Jr., Haaland, Morata, Fernandes, Jota up there with 10, Bacola with 10, Musiala with 9. We've got a few there. Darwin Nunez went to Arsenal, it looks like, which is incredible to see, really. Rashford there. We've got a lot of players in terms of who are well known, who are struggling in this league. It's a very competitive league. Bear in mind now they're still playing Champions League football and they are still playing all the cups as well. Let's have a look at who the top assisters are. So we got Jack Grealish, Griezmann, Barcola again, Kane. I thought Kane would be more on the top scorers. I'm quite surprised with that. Saka, Nunez, Eriksen. It's a good little posse of players there. Next, we're going to have a look at the clean sheets. Milano with 8. So it's not really a high number of clean sheets. So it looks like a lot of teams are scoring goals. Out of the 19 games, 11 of them have been, well, for Milano, they haven't had a clean sheet, which is pretty nice to see. So yeah, that's a very, very impressive league title for us, or league position for us at the minute. I'm quite impressed with that. Let's have a little look now at the other cups and trophies that are available. So if we go standings, first one, FA Cup. Who's in the final? Oh no, that's the Community Shield. We lost that 5-0. Whew. That was sackable offence. Third round of the FA Cup. We should all have the big hitters in there still. You got United, I can see in there. Leverkusen, Arsenal. City, Liverpool, Atalanta. Yeah, we should have all the big hitters still in there, which is pretty impressive. Carabao Cup, that should be coming down to the quarter or semis. There we go. As you can see here, Atletico Madrid versus Porto, Chelsea versus Benfica. You know, that's pretty nice to see. In terms of the quarterfinals, who do we have? So it was Dortmund in there. Bristol City managed to get through. So did Luton as well, and Birmingham City. So it's still still giving opportunities for the smaller sides to go abroad and obviously play, because this is the Super League now. That's how it is. Champions League, let's have a little look how this stands at the moment. As you can see, Liverpool, Arsenal, PSG all in our league 1, 2, 3. I expect this. I also expect a bit more from City and stuff like that, because I'm quite surprised. Where is Real Madrid? Real Madrid might not actually be in there. I just realised, because we moved them all about, all these other teams might get in before them. So Real Madrid and stuff like that might not actually be in the Champions League, which is crazy to say. Let's have a look at the Europa. So United are second. We have drawn 1 but won 5, so that's pretty good. I expect that. Leipzig are in there. There's a couple of teams there and thereabouts all the way through. And then let's have a little look at the useless, pointless trophy. Chelsea are only third, so that kind of explains their form maybe in terms of the league. They're not really performing, it looks like. But yeah, that is how the league is going so far. Some really, really good good performances, and I'm quite impressed the way it's going so far. What squad are we actually playing? I do not know in terms of us. Maybe have a little look. So we are playing an Amorim style of football. As you can see, we're playing a 3-4-3 technically. Mazraoui's gone into that position. I don't know how Mazraoui's there, but we're not going to question it. We're just going to go along with it. And that is it. So now we are going to go to the end of the season and see who is winning the league, who's winning the cups, and who will win the Golden Boot. So let's get to it. So here we are at the end of Season 1 of this massive Super League that we've got. You can see, well, not some very good results at the end, but we can have a little look now to see how we got on in the league, but also how the league got on. First, Liverpool. Milano must have bottled it. They've done a Liverpool. They've done an Arsenal. They've done an Arsenal special. They bottled it right at the end. As you can see, some really good performances, but the points are really low. That tells me a lot of players, a lot of teams are actually drawing and or defeating each other quite a lot, with a high number of defeats of 11, 9, 6. That's quite a high number within the season. High number of draws from Man City and Real Madrid, 14 and 15. That shows that there is obviously some sort of real competitiveness in this league, which we knew was going to happen anyway. We've got the best teams around the world. Well, definitely some of the best teams in Europe fighting against each other, which is absolutely incredible. United, we finished 7th. We bottled it. We were in the top 4 at 1 point. We have the likes of Real Madrid and Man City coming back into the fold. Bayern Munich are probably the most consistent, staying around about the 5th and 6th spot. Arsenal, again, wasn't too great. They're 6th, considering they're meant to be going for the league titles all the time, you know what I mean? Down the bottom then, who got relegated? Chelsea survived. Chelsea survived the drop. Absolutely incredible stuff. So that means they're going to be going... they're going to be staying up, while Villarreal, Porto and Atalanta are now going to be falling into the Championship, which you would expect them to bounce straight back up. But if they don't, we're going to have 3 new teams coming into this Super League with some incredible stuff going on. It's mental, this league at the moment. So we're going to have 3 Championship sides coming in here. I'm expecting them 3 Championship sides to go straight back down. We're going to try and get 3 seasons out of this. This is season number 1. Let's go and check out now. Actually, we'll check out the who won the FA Cup. PSG beat Arsenal 5-1. 5-1. That's an absolute demolition. That's an absolute demolition of a job. Absolutely insane. We have Atletico Madrid winning the Carabao Cup as well. While we're here, we may as well have a little look at the Champions League. The final is still to take place between PSG and Man City. Could PSG go on to win that Europa League then? Manchester United won the Europa League once again. Woo! We won it. I don't know how. I didn't even play, but we won it. There we go. And the Conference League goes to Chelsea. They stay up in the league and they win the Conference League. So that means we're going to go into the Champions League. Chelsea are going to go into the Europa League. And hopefully we can stay as number 1. This league is the best in the world. We are going to win all 3 European League titles in one way or form. Next up, we have the top scorers, and as you can see, it's very, very, very tight in terms of the top 10. You can see 10th is Thuram. You got Mbappe, Morata. I keep forgetting Morata is playing in this league. Barcola must have had a bit of a blip. He was top scorer at one point. So that's a bit of an interest one. Haaland struggling. Dare I say it? Griezmann, Lewandowski in 4th, Vinicius Jr. 3rd, Fernandes with 23 goals this season coming in 2nd, and then we have got that guy is number 1 with 24 goals, absolutely insane. Now we're going to have a little look at the assists. Jack Grealish first. I expect nothing less from Jack Grealish personally. We got Griezmann, Kane. I'm surprised Kane is there 3rd. I thought he would be more in the scoring rather than the system, but that's interesting to see. Barcola and Paredes from Roma as well. And then we got the clean sheets. We expect nothing less than Milano to be getting in clean sheets with a maximum of 12 in the season. That means he only got 3. Since January, which is, again, it shows it's a very competitive league. We got Neuer, Oblak, Martinez, and Donnarumma. So that is how it finished, but they're absolutely insane. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant season to finish on, winning the Europa League for us, and obviously finishing in a tidy position. We are now in the Champions League. What can go wrong? What can go wrong? It'll be interesting to see what they said. So the Premier League team of the season, Morata. Let's open this up. You can see there. Team of the week, sorry. This is team of the week. Some of them players you would never ever see in a Premier League side. So it is nice to see them names there. So now we're going to go on to season number 2. And to see how we can improve or not in the next season. So here we have it, the beginning of the second season, and this is how the table lines up. New additions, Burnley, Leeds, who else? Luton are the 3 new additions to the league that have come up, which is quite surprising. I expect them to go straight back down, I'm not going to lie to you. So that is it. We have also made 3 signings as well. We've got Debo in, we have Hendrick, and someone else. We signed 3 players just to get some balls going in the club, and now we're going to skip straight to January, so we are able to see what's going on really, and see how we get on the league. There it is, skip straight to January. Let's get to it and see how we pay off in the league. Here we are, it is January, and as you can see, January the 1st, that means it's officially the halfway mark with all this fantasy league, I'm going to call it. And we're going to have a little look at the standings. And we're not doing too well. We're doing 11th in the league, which is not good. Barcelona at top, Dortmund, Man City, Real Madrid. That's who I'd accept to be at the top, to be honest with you. We're 11th in the league. Arsenal are 10th. Bayern are still thereabouts. Chelsea are quite low. And again, the bottom 3 are the bottom 3 for a reason. They will be the bottom 3. That's no doubt about that. We're going to have a little look at the FA Cup. This is how we're getting on. We are still in there, which is good. It's no point in seeing the rest. There's quite a lot in there. Semi-finals. Leeds versus Man City. Leipzig versus Bayern. And that is it for that. We're going to have a little look at the Champions League. In the Champions League, we are running in 8th position. As you can see, the rest are self-explanatory, really. With Newcastle and everything still up there, which is pretty nice to see, actually, because they're in a different league at the moment. We have got Real Madrid top of Europa League. Yes, they didn't quite make the Champions League, but Europa League, they are there. Chelsea are there as well. PSG are there also. And in the Conference League, I don't know who's there for us. Atletico Madrid is there for us. And as you can see, the rest are all hunky-dory there as well. Interesting. Very interesting to see how it goes from now on. But now we're going to have a little look at the top scorers to see how that's getting on. And there we go. As I spoke about him, never speak too soon when it comes to Haaland. 16 goals, 18 appearances. Bier as well for Dortmund is there. Saka's there. Lewandowski's there. Mbappe's in the top 5. Rodrigo's there. As you can see, there's a couple there. For the latest Manchester United one is actually Xerxes with 7 goals, which is pretty impressive for someone like Xerxes. We have an assist top leader, which is Lewandowski, Rodrigo. We got De Bruyne, Grealish, Adley. I'm surprised he's there, to be honest with you. And then clean sheets. Then we have can't say his name. Barcelona. Sorry, first. Alisson second. We got Cobble and Oblak and Martinez as 3rd, 4th and 5th. All for their representative teams, which is quite impressive for me to see. And that is it. That's how it's going so far. We need to improve our form. It is what it is in terms of where we are. This is the most competitive league in the world. I'm assuming that the league will come back to the normal when the other 3 teams do come back to us. So we're now going to go ahead now on to the end of the season to see how this league fares out. So I thought it'd be quite interesting to see how the teams that we swapped in would do in other leagues. So first of all, we're going to have a little look at La Liga. West Ham are top of the league, which shows that Premier League sides are very good. We've got Bournemouth, Wolves there as well, doing okay. But when you've got a team like West Ham going top of the league, I think that kind of shows the strength and depth of the Premier League when they're generally a mid-table side. Who else can we have a little look for? We can have a little look now at the Italian League, Serie A. We got Juventus there. I don't know who. Brighton. Okay, you're in the 5th. We've got Crystal Palace, Fulham there as well. We've got Everton over there as well. All doing in the top half. So maybe Everton's best bet is to go to Italy and start playing football over there. In the Bundesliga, we got Spurs, Newcastle and Aston Villa 1, 2, 3, which is really impressive to see. Again, it just shows the strength of the team. Southampton are in relegation playoff form, which is where they are in the Premier League anyway, let's be honest now. If anything, they're probably doing better in that league than they are in the Premier League. So, excuse my cough, I do apologise. So, that is good to see. That's in the German league. Maybe we can have a little look at Liga as well. Don't know who we've traded out in this one. So, we got Brentford, there. I think that we've only got PSG coming out of that, maybe. I'm not too sure, but yeah, Monaco are back in there. And if you have a look at the Championship, as you expect, the 3 sides that went down are flying away with the league, with Villarreal coming in with 63 points at the moment, only losing 2 games, drawing 3, winning 20 out of their 25, which is really, really good to see. But again, we need them back in that league so then we can get that league back up and running and going. So let's skip now to the end of the season, see if the relevant teams can win it, who's going to be top scorer, and see if the Championship promoters can get promoted again. So here we are, end of the season, and as you can see, we are going to have a little look. The top right suggests we haven't done too well. We have finished 12th position, which is, mid-table. The bottom 3 is what we expected to go back down. Luton, Burnley, Leeds. And that's, Luton done all right, 25 points. Normally the 35 mark is there. Roma, who were at the top of the league last year, has just about escaped the relegation zone. Along with Atletico and Leipzig and Chelsea. Liverpool are down there. United in 12th. Benfica 10th. Leverkusen 10th. Leverkusen 10th. Benfica 11th. we have Milano 9th, Arsenal 8th. We have Bayern 7th. We have Man City as 6th. We have Inter Milan 5th. We have PSG as 4th. We have Dortmund 3rd. Real Madrid 2nd. Barcelona 1st. And there we go. Barcelona are the champions of this Super League in the Premier League right now. Absolutely insane. So let's check out the other competitions. So we have the FA Cup. Who won the FA Cup? It was Man City winning it on penalties 4-2 against Liverpool. The Carabao Cup, we have Bayern Munich beating Leeds 3-0, which is absolutely insane. The Champions League, who won the Champions League? We have Liverpool winning it 2-0. Again, I think this shows the domination of our league right now. Europa League then, we have Real Madrid winning 3-0. Obviously, they'll go up now into the Champions League, which is nice. Conference League, Juventus won it. So that wasn't one of our teams that are in our league. So that is interesting to see. But it's nice to see at the same time as well. So I'm quite happy with that. So Juventus won that 2-1. What I'm going to do is have a little look next at the players' stats. And as you can see, Mbappe had a belted of a season second half. Mbappe, 26 goals, 38 appearances, absolute demon of a finish to the league. But there, Bier from Bier then for Dortmund with 26 as well, joint first on the Golden Boot race. Lewandowski is third. Haaland only had 3 goals from the last time we seen him last, which is a bit of a shocker, really. Saka in 5th. Fernandes in 6th. Piore for Leeds, by the way. He could be someone that they might look to snap up. 18 goals, which is huge. Absolutely huge. In terms of the assists, then, the top 5. Rodrigo, Lewandowski, Jack Grealish again is up there. Pedri, or Pedro, or Pedri, whatever his name is. And De Bruyne. Clean sheets, Martinez back up there. He's always consistent there. Donnarumma is there as well. Simon, it looks like they've got a new keeper as well, Arsenal, which is pretty cool. Courtois is there, and Inter Milan's, AC Milan's keeper as well. I can't say, Mignan, something like that. Excuse me. We're going to have a little look at the other leagues as well. The main one I want to see is obviously the Championship. Who went up and who didn't. So it looked like we have, well, look at that. That shows the domination of the league. You can't see it. I will move my camera just for you guys right now. As you can see, the top 3 are over 100 points each. Villarreal, Porto, and obviously I think, I want to say that's Atalanta. I really do. 107, 106, 100 points. It just shows the quality difference between the Championship and obviously these big teams. The playoffs, I'm not too sure who won the playoffs, if I'm really honest with you. I don't know if we can see that, if I'm really honest. But I imagine it was going to be Villarreal. They were top of the league, I'm pretty sure, at one point. But absolutely huge. 33 wins, 31 wins, and 30 wins. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous stats there from the teams. Porto drawing 13 games, only losing twice, which is huge as well. I do want to have a little look at the other leagues quickly. If we go to... not that one. I don't know what this is. I think that's the Women's League, I believe. Bundesliga here. We have Newcastle winning it, Spurs and Aston Villa 2nd and 3rd as well. So the English teams are doing pretty well in these leagues, as you can see. We're going to go to La Liga, and we can see West Ham winning that quite comfortably, 10 points difference. Again, the English team's doing okay there. Wolves finishing in the top 8 as well. So, as you can see, the teams from England are doing pretty well. Next now, we're going to go skip straight to the next season. see how that goes. Hopefully the 3 major teams that went down went back up, and we can have a third and final season with the big boys all in one league. So here we have it. We're finally starting our third and final season of the Super League and how it's going to work. We have got all our teams back to where they belong. I told you they're just going to bounce straight back up. When you got all 3 teams on over 100 points in that division, you know they're going to just bounce back up. They would have a lot of money to spend now, which is pretty good, I guess. But yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip to January yet again, and hopefully we can see a new winner and see how competitive the league is going to be. So here we are at the halfway point, and as you can see, it looks like it's going to be a good month. All I can say is I've gone back into the green at the top, so that's a good sign. And we're 50th. We've got worse, which is impressive. We have got worse, but it's not really about me. It's about the league. Bayern Munich atop. Very, very close on points, as you can see over there. With Arsenal there as well. Arsenal belonging back in their normal place of second. Barcelona there, PSG, Man City. You know what I like is the fact that it rotates quite a lot. We're getting further down. Chelsea going further up. But Liverpool, Porto and Villarreal are back in. Well, Liverpool are in the relegation zone. I don't know how that's happened, but there we go. It shows the quality of the league right now. Let's have a little look at the FA Cup. As you can see, we're still in it against Chesterfield, so there is some luck over there. Real Madrid versus, I don't know who that is. They keep changing the teams around all the time. It's doing my head in. Barcelona versus PSG as well in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Have a little look at the Champions League, and Spurs are top in the league. They moved. So they move away from the Premier League. It's actually really benefited them, which is nice to see. It's nice to see. Brighton in there as well. Champions League again. Moved away, so they're able to get in. Crystal Palace are there. So they're able to get in quite a lot of these competitions just because obviously we weakened the other leagues quite a lot. Newcastle are there as well. Celtic are there. Nice are there. Lille are there. Rangers, Sporting, Anderlecht. So there's a couple there that we would expect to be there, and some people that we just do not expect to be there. The Europa League, Feyenoord, are there top. Man City second. We go further down. We've got the likes of Ipswich, Fulham there. Leicester City, you know what I mean? There's a couple of big sides there that are Premier League proven, but obviously getting into these competitions because we can at the moment. Again, we've got Bayern Munich leading that quite comfortably, to be honest with you, in the Jokers League. So there, that's what we have. That's what we've got so far in terms of the league positions. Last but not least, then, we're going to go and check the player stats. Top scorer currently at the moment is Lewandowski. Again, I don't know where the boy is. Where is he? Haaland. Down there with only 8 goals. Says it all, really. But there we go. That's what we got so far. That's the top 5. So they're pretty consistent. This Barcola. Don't know who he is. He's very consistent, banging in 15 to 20 goals a season. Got to give that Havertz is there. That's a bit of a surprise to me. Thuram Martinez is there, which is pretty nice to see. Kane again up there with the assists. Gvardiol is there for Man City. Xhaka, Grealish, Martinez again. Clean sheet terms now. We've got Simon, which is Arsenal. I think that's a great signing for them. They found out their weakness and it's obviously paying off. Donnarumma is there as well. Restes, Edison, Costa, all there playing in the best league in the world and getting them results for their team. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go and skip to the end of the season, see how things are getting on, see if we can improve on our very poor position so far in the league. So here we have it, the final ever time, 3rd season wonder, and it's a wonder I've still got a job basing it off what I'm seeing up there. So let's go and have a little look. Are we getting relegated? Yes or no? We finished 15th. So we were closer to the relegation than anything else. Liverpool survived, and the same 3 are going down as last time. So that doesn't surprise me. Who's going to win it? PSG have won it. Wow, that's not what I expected. What I did expect, though, was Arsenal yet again to finish second. They are the most consistent club of finishing second in their entire life, yet again. What do you expect? They even go to the Super League and still can't be super good. Man City 3rd, Bayern 4th, Real Madrid 5th, which is not great. That's not great for them. Leverkusen, got the Milano sides. We got Barca, Roma, Chelsea mid-table, which is good for them. Which is nice to see for all. Next, we're going to have a little look at the FA Cup, the final, and Leipzig won it against Burnley. Bloody Burnley. Absolutely brilliant. Leipzig won that. I love it. I got a little soft spot for Leipzig. I really like them as a football club. PSG won the double, it looks like. I don't know if they won anything in Europe yet. So at the moment, they won the double. So they got the Carabao Cup and they got the league title, beating Real Madrid 1-0. Next, we're going to have a little look at the Champions League. The winner of the Champions League was Real Madrid. Again, Liverpool, Real Madrid. I can't believe Liverpool had such a good run all the way through, because their league form was really, really poor. So that's nice to see. At least they got a little bit of form there. Europa League, Club Brugge won, beating Fiorentina 2-0. So that means none of our teams were in that. Conference, Bayern Munich won it 1-0. So there we go. That is how that is at the end of the season. Some really good results for the rest of the teams there for us in all European competition. The top scorers, here we go. Barcola for PSG, yet again, Mr. Consistent, always in the top 5, and now he has won the Golden Boot. Quite a low tally, if I'm really honest, of 24 for a winner of a Golden Boot, but Vinicius Jr. came in joint second with Jonathan David, which is probably why they won the league, where they got Jonathan David banging in 21, and Barcola dropping in with a 24, so that's 45 goals just between them, which is absolutely insane. Lewandowski then was 4th and Martinez was 5th. We got Foden, Saka, Kane, Fernandes again up there with 18 goals from midfield. Really, really good set there. Martinez coming in with a top assister. So that's not bad with 9 assists in 38 games, which is not that many really. Again, Kane finishing second. You can never win anything these days. Guardiola, again, that hasn't changed much at all from what we've seen at the halfway point. Arsenal coming in with the most clean sheets. Donnarumma coming in with second, but there Edison. Restes, I don't know, and then Alisson. Yet again, some really good results. It seems like a lot of these players are moving around the clubs in their own league. It seems like that we've kind of got a monopoly in this league. That's the one thing I am going to say. And even from this point onwards, you can see that they have definitely got a monopoly in their leagues. So, we are going to have a little look at Championship. Who's going up? Again, it's the same teams. Leeds, Burnley. It could be a different one, but there in terms of that. So, same teams going up and probably back down. La Liga, or Ligue 1. Monaco won it. No surprises there. I think they are the best team in that league. Brentford down at 10th. Yeah, it's a very, very weak league, that French league. Very, very weak. We're going to skip over that. And then we're going to have a little look at the Bundesliga. Spurs again walked away with it. Well, they haven't really walked away with it. But the 3 English sides in that league have absolutely dominated it again, finishing 1, 2, 3. What can you say? Southampton are finishing 11th, a lot better than they would normally. So yeah, in terms of that, it's very nice to see, very good to see that. It just proves how strong the English league, I think, is compared to the rest of the world. Serie A. Let's have a look. Crystal Palace finished 2nd, Juve 1st. Brighton finished 6th, Everton 8th. I think Everton want to move. Fulham 12th. Some really, really good good performances, but they're from them all, which is nice to see. Is there any other leagues we need to go to? Oh, yes. How can we forget? La Liga. And Athletic Club won. West Ham finishing second, which, again, doesn't surprise me. Nottingham Forest finished 6th. Wolves 9th. I can't see any of the English clubs being relegated, to be honest with you, in any of these leagues. Even the worst of the Premier League sides. They're still doing alright in their respected leagues that we've obviously swapped them out for. There was no strategic way of swapping them out. It just did. I just randomly did it, if I'm really honest with you. So that's what it looks like at the end of 3 seasons. The same teams, very competitive all around. Within the league itself is very competitive. If you have a look, top finished on 78 points. Where you look at the bottom finished on, so to be safe you have to finish on 36 points or more, and Liverpool just survived on goal difference. So very competitive, very good league. I'm a big supporter of the Super League now because it weakens the other leagues a lot in terms of the Champions League. You've seen the Champions League draw. Half of the teams wouldn't even get into the Europa League, and vice versa as well. So personally, look, it's good fun in the game. In real life, I really hope this doesn't happen. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know if there's any other challenges you want me to do or see or say. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, much love. Peace.